Back in this country, we turn now to a look at the homeless in Silicon Valley. Their very existence is evidence of a widening income divide in one of the wealthiest and fastest growing regions in the nation.
We have been reporting here this week on the surge in homelessness in California. Job losses and the housing market crash have left a lot of people with no place to live.
San Jose, the heart of Silicon Valley, sits in one of the wealthiest regions in the country. Yet homelessness remains a persistent problem.
The median rent for an apartment or house is $4,390 a month, a 54% jump since 2012. Several California cities have prohibited people from living in vehicles parked on public streets.
Now more and more people are turning to their vehicles for everyday.
Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone. Love with all your heart. Missing someone. Love with all.
What's up, guys? I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about why I live in an RV. Stay tuned. And in we go. All right. So first we have the captain's chair. I got this little monitor so I can see stuff behind me. Pretty cool. CD player, the huge. Yeah, so there's a couple cool things about the RV. One of them, at least for the passenger, is this thing right here. Little table, little laptop table while we're driving, going on a trip or something. So that's pretty cool. The chairs rotate. I keep the place pretty clean, as you can see. I got a sink, I got a stove, I got a microwave, I have a fridge and a freezer, so that makes things easy. I don't have propane in it at the moment. I'm getting propane today because yeah, eating out is super expensive. So I'm gonna be doing some like serious meal prepping in here just to reduce the cost of food, and also just it's healthier, I think. So there's all my equipment there. This is where the magic happens. This is a very special painting that Stephanie made. I think it's an apple tree or maybe an orange tree, I don't know. Then I got the Bruce Lee poster here, something to look at and remind myself when it's that special time of the day. All right, got a shower here. So the thing is with the shower is actually, it gets really cold, okay? Like it can be heated. I can take heated showers, but like that requires propane and that's like extra money. And usually when I take a shower, it's very fast, it's very quick. I get everything done that I need to get done, but yeah. So over here is where you can check levels. You know, how much fresh water do I have? How charged is my battery? Gray water tank, black water tank. So the gray water tank is all the stuff that goes through these drains. Black water is the tank that carries away human waste. Yeah, kind of gross. And here we have the bedroom. Dirty clothes hamper, air purifier, more storage space. You know, got my clothes in here. Really comfortable bed, get good sleep in here. Like those palm trees? Yeah. So just in case anybody would ever want to try to break in while I'm in here sleeping. Thought this was pretty cool. My grandpa gave this to me. I also have a nice AC unit. That's pretty awesome. I can usually just come up here with like a lawn chair and just kick back. I did that once with Stephanie when we went to the Golden Gate Bridge. We just hung out on top of the RV and just enjoyed the sights. It's pretty awesome. So what's up, guys? You've seen a tour of my home now and how I live. I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I live in the RV in the first place, what it means to me, and how it's helped me grow as a person and how it's kind of changed me. So I started living in this RV in April of, I believe it was last year. So around that time, I was trying to get into an apartment for rent. I've held corporate jobs for the last 8 years and got paid pretty well as a single person wage. But as you know, or maybe don't know, out here in the Silicon Valley, out here in the Bay Area, the cost of living is very, very expensive, and it just kind of felt like I was on a treadmill, you know, making good money, but most of it's going to the cost of living, and I just found myself kind of stuck in the same place all the time and just kind of barely getting by. So when it came time to go and rent another apartment, just the wait list was insane. Most places I would go to, we're talking lines that stretched for like a quarter mile or more. Just like there's a homeless epidemic like in San Jose, like there's Tent City that was broken up, and now you just see people all over, you know, the sides of freeways and tents and stuff like that. It's really sad. Not only that, but people are now resorting to living in RVs because they just simply cannot afford the cost of living out here. I see a lot of people living in RVs. I see some RVs that are very clean and well kept. I see others that are just bad. They look like they're gonna fall apart at any moment. There's like stuff freaking bulging out of the windows. It's insane. How has living in an RV changed me? Living in an RV has changed me because it's taught me to be more thankful for what I have, because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've had my own apartment, I've lived in a house, I've lived in my car, and I've lived in one of these. So the only thing I never had to do, and I'm very grateful I haven't had to, is sleep on a park bench out in the cold. And I see that a lot. It makes me feel like when I see somebody sleeping on a park bench or like they're out there in the cold, I am so grateful to have this thing because I'm warm every night, you know? I'm happy. Like I said, I have everything a regular house has. I really can't complain. I mean, there's differences, you know? There's things that I have to do, and like dumping the waste tanks and stuff like that. That's not the funnest thing to do in the world, but you know what? It's a small price to pay. I save thousands of dollars every month on rent, and I am investing my time into this vlog. I'm investing my time and my money into the equipment, and I'm also investing my time and money to savings so that I can go and take trips and have meaningful experiences. It's taught me a lot in that regard. When you have an RV, you can't be super wasteful, especially with water and stuff like that. You have to learn to conserve. If you have a lot of stuff, it's going to be difficult because there's only so much space that you have in this place. So whatever things you do have, they're the critical things, the necessities. So it kind of promotes a minimalist lifestyle as well, and that's pretty cool. And also it just promotes more adventure. You can take trips in this thing, you can go camping, you can take a road trip in it, you can live in it. So I mean, it's a multi-dimensional thing. I think it's really cool to have this thing. I don't tell a whole lot of people about it. It can be a little intimidating to even share this because, you know, I don't want to be judged by the way I live, but I think a lot of people are cool about it. I think a lot of people are understanding about it. And I think that's another thing that living in an RV has taught me, is that, you know what, there's so many different types of people in the world that live so many different types of ways. It's just one of those things where I don't judge people now. If I see somebody living a certain way, that's like, okay. Like it just doesn't faze me. I don't care if you make millions and millions of dollars. I don't care if you just want to backpack across the country because that makes you happy. You want to live in a tent. Like, it just doesn't matter to me anymore. And I feel like it's better for me to live that way because, you know, if I'm not spending my time passing judgment on other people, then I never think that they're doing it to me. And that's a big deal because we tend to project ourselves onto other people. And I'm not saying that I want to live in this thing forever. I'm not sure what the future holds for me. I think for now, with the goals that I have in mind and the traveling I want to do, I'm just a free spirit, and I think for now this is just the way that I want to live, and I want to pursue my dreams. I'm tired of being in a building all day doing something I don't want to do, and it's a big reason why I started this vlog, is not just to be successful, but to share my success and to also share my failures. I want you guys to see me for who I am. This is me. I live in an RV. This is the way I live. I think some people are gonna be cool about it, not cool about it, doesn't really matter. And I hope that if there's anything that somebody else could take from this, and I hope down the line, is that it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. You have to do what makes you happy. You will always have opposition. You will always have resistance. If you want to be happy, then you have to make it happen, and you're gonna have to fight through that. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Oh yes, last thing, shout out to my little sister Carissa. I totally forgot to shout her out on the last episode, so I'm shouting her out now. I love you. Thank you for watching and supporting it. You're awesome. And like I said, shout out to my girlfriend Stephanie for just being super supportive, understanding, and just the best girlfriend anybody could possibly have. I mean, she's freaking awesome. Yeah, I hope you guys liked the episode. Please subscribe. There's a little bell next to the subscribe button. You can see it below. I have a link right there. Check out the music on SoundCloud. There's also a link for that. I'm gonna be making more music soon, so stay tuned for that. If you guys have any ideas, any suggestions, comments, feelings, whatever, go ahead and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys and to meet some of you. Yeah, so that's it. Have a nice day. Peace out.
And you